Good afternoon, students. Now, welcome to this second series of BoS for Success examinations for paper 4, that is business economics. Now, most of the students is preparing very hard for the upcoming examination, and definitely most of the students must have gone through the study material that from the very beginning, since we started this live virtual classes and in between the various interaction we had, we are every time telling that the BOS study material is the most important tool for clearing this foundation economics paper. Now, second important thing is that from the very beginning, we are telling the students that nothing is a strategy, nothing is a perfect strategy. That varies from student to student. Some students are used to prepare their notes. Some don't prepare their notes. Some used to refer to various material available. Some used to focus on the study material that has been available. So the thing is, only our concern is that whatever given in our study material, the student should be thorough in that, so that whatever the questions that has been coming the examinations, you are able to answer that. And for this, the whole syllabus, the weightage, the types of questions, the marking pattern, all we'll be discussing, and generally hoping that most of the students who are appearing for September 2025 examinations will be aware of that, but some students who have missed out will be again telling them that this is an objective type paper where 100 marks questions will be there, and every questions is of 1 mark. So it doesn't mean that whether a question is from demand and supply or whether is a question from international trade or public finance. All the questions carries equal importance. And second important thing is, in objective type of papers, you have to be smart enough to negate the wrong responses, because generally out of the 4 options which has been given to the students, 1 or 2 are basically not related to that concepts. Sometimes it might be close, but generally 1 or 2 options, by seeing the questions only, you can negate that. Second important thing is, reading the questions correctly is very important. Sometimes it happens that important words are been there in the questions, which again, if you miss that particular word, keyword in the particular questions, you will be not getting the correct interpretation of the particular questions. And if you don't read the question correctly, it sometimes, many times, you will mark up the wrong answer. So even though you are knowing the questions, the answer of that particular question, reading the questions correctly in the examination hall is very important. Third very important part is revising the concepts. Definitely most of the students who have been preparing for the examinations must have completed the syllabus. Today only I got a call from a student that, sir, how to revise the concept, how to revise the whole paper. Now I told her that since still 15 days to go for your examination, 16 days to go for your examination, at least revise 1 chapter daily, so that it won't be burdensome on a particular student, because you have to carry all the 4 subject equally, because definitely you have to clear all the four papers. So you cannot put importance to one particular subject neglecting the other, because again, passing all the four papers for clearing the foundation examination is important. Uh, Another important point is, uh, at the end of our study module, each chapter, there is points to remember. There are summary of the particular chapter, which are uh, very helpful in objective type of questions, because sometimes due to paucity of time, you are not able to revise all uh, the concepts in detail, but at least awareness about that particular concept sometimes helps in the examination hall. Uh, Today, only a student had called and she told that Saransh is very helpful in preparing for the examination, particularly in the mock test. Although mock test is just a test where it gives the student a feel of exam like environment, because definitely the questions in the examinations will be completely new, uh, and although the questions which is coming in the examination is not very tough, it is will be from the study material only thing is you need to be aware of the concept which is being taught in our virtual classes. Apart from this, many of the students have studied on their own, or through YouTube or other means uh, of coaching. Now, definitely one thing that any student must be aware that out of 100 questions, it's quite possible that 10 questions you are not aware of that. But don't panic in the examination hall. Even you leave that 10 question out of 90, if you correct mark it correctly, all the 90, there is chances of getting 90 marks. So when you are stuck up in a particular question which you are not able to solve, that leave that question for the time being and move to another questions, because at the first instance solve all the questions which you know very correctly. Then in the second round, pick up the questions which you have left, and the time is available so that you can go through all the questions. All the 10 units which is there in the business economics module is important. So don't leave any module, because definitely you don't know from which module the questions will be asked. Although I'll be talking about in detail that what are the types of questions which have been coming in the examinations from a particular module, like Unit 1, Introduction to Business Economics, where in detail in the syllabus we are talking about the meaning and scope of business economics, basic problems of economy, and the role of price mechanism. Now here, this is the very basically the introductory part of your module. Now, again, this module also carries a weightage of 5%. So sometimes in this module, distinction between economics and business economics, what are the different types of system, what are the characteristics of a system, economic system, what are the weaknesses, why one system has had come into existence, uh, which are the countries which is following a particular system like capitalist system, socialist system, mixed economic system. India is following which of this out of the three, which of the system India is following. So these types of questions is important, and these types of questions is generally been asked. Sometimes some definitions are been given, and that definitions is coming in the examinations. So you need to remember the person who had given a particular definition. Now in Unit 2, which is an important part of your whole syllabus, we talk about demand and supply. Now, demand and supply is again a core of economics. So a lot of questions. Generally, it also carries a weightage of 10%. So a lot of questions from these units is coming in the examinations. What is the meaning of demand? Determinants of demand, elasticity of demand, uh, then theory of consumer behavior, indifference curves, uh, determinants of supply, elasticity of supply, market equilibrium, social efficiency. So various units, sub-units are there, and generally questions in the examination is been coming from these units. Now, for preparing this unit, although these are all basic units, because understanding of demand and supply and the related concept is very important for understanding other units, because most of the thing, if you correlate, is related with demand and supply itself. So understanding these units is very important. Now, here in demand and supply, an important concept of elasticity is there. There are different types of elasticity: price elasticity, income elasticity, cross elasticity, arc elasticity, advertising. There are different types of elasticity. So remember the formula of calculating a particular elasticity. Now, another point is generally the numerical questions which has been coming from these units are very simplistic in nature, and generally that is based on the numerical based on the formula of a particular elasticity. So if you know the formula correctly, you can definitely will be able to solve all these questions. So only thing is you have to remember the formula correctly, because and that the perfection will be coming only if you revise the concepts many times, because till now you must have completed, you have got the revision done, but somehow before examinations you have to keep on revising the things, so that on the examination day you are confident enough that so that you cannot make mistakes, because in simple calculation, because generally you don't have to interpret that particular data. There are simple numerical exam questions that has been coming in the examination, where a simple data has been there, is given, and if you know the formula correctly, you can easily calculate that. That is no doubt about that. Again, all the concepts which I had just told just now, you need to be aware of that, that yes, questions can be coming from that. Another important concept is consumer surplus. Again, in various examinations, questions from consumer surplus is also been coming. Now, from September 2024, you have the advantage that you're also getting the question paper. Students are also getting the question paper, so you can have a feel of that, because initially before that you have to mark the question in the question paper, in the paper itself, and you have to submit that particular paper. Now you have the advantage of at least seeing the questions, that what type of questions from a particular chapter is been coming. So accordingly, when you are reading the chapter, at least that particular type of question is been coming to your mind, that okay, these are the probable questions which will be coming in the examination, and I had to solve that. Our saransh, which is also very helpful at the last moment, because definitely all the concepts is been beautifully presented in a simple manner in saransh for ready references, so that when you have a paucity of time at the last moment, you can revise all the concepts. Next is the theory of production and cost. Again, this unit is carrying a weightage of 10%, which again having concepts of meaning of production, different factors of production, the short run, the long run types, then law of production, law of variable proportion, law of return to scales, producer equilibrium. These are all concepts in production, and generally questions is been asked in the examination. Then what is isocon, the properties of isocon, these are all being explained in your module, and that is important part. So what is the distinction between short run and long run? What is increasing return to scale, decreasing return to scale? uh, the different What is the difference between law of variable proportion, law of return to scale? uh, these are the units where you need to focus on, particularly in this unit, theory of production. And in cost, uh, the different shapes of cost curve, what is the logic behind the particular, what is the logic behind that particular shape of the particular demand curve, cost curve, is already been beautifully explained in your study module. So this is also important, because many times many questions is been coming from these units, production and cost. So this unit is very important for you. Next is one of the most important unit, that is price determination in different markets. Now here one thing which is important, that uh, you have the idea of demand, you have the idea of supply, you have the idea of production cost. Then many of the concepts which you have studied earlier will be used in this different types of market structure. Now again, uh, there are four the types of market structure: perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly. Now again, what is the shape of the demand curve? What is the equilibrium point? What are the equilibrium conditions? How perfect competition is different from monopoly? How it is different from monopolistic competition? What is oligopoly? What is king curve in oligopoly? What is duopoly? There are different concepts where it has been explained that how equilibrium in a particular market is been defined. Now, again, the characteristic of a particular market, what are the distinctions? What is the elasticity? What are the demand shape of the demand? What are the shape of the cost curve? The equilibrium points in different market conditions varies. So so as the calculations, so as the profit level also varies. Uh, like in monopoly, uh, there is a single seller, so he can set his price. But in perfect competition, there are many buyers and sellers, so it's difficult to set the price. So these are the advantage or disadvantage of a particular market conditions. So from that perspective, you have to be very clear about all these concepts. And many times, many questions, because again it carries a weightage of 15%, so many questions in the examination is coming from these unit. Next is determination of national income. Again, this is important unit of your syllabus, where the calculation of national income, what is GDP, what is GNP, what is personal income, what is personal disposable income, what is private income, what are the, now all the formulas for calculating the different incomes is already been given in your study module. And if you see your study module, at one point most of the formulas has been given at one place. So keep writing the formulas, because generally in these units, generally numerical questions is been coming in the examinations. Now suppose four data of calculating a particular income is been there. Now you have to just remember the formula for calculating that particular income, like for private income, for personal disposable income, uh, uh, for personal income, you had to calculate that. So remember all the formulas, write it, rewrite it, because several times if you missed one of the component, now again you can not get the right result. Then calculation of national income by different methods, income method, income method, production method, expenditure method, uh, how the income, national income is calculated from all these three different methods. Uh, then comes the Keynesian part. What is the difference between Keynesian economics and the classical economics? The two-sector model, the three-sector model, the four-sector model. What are the variables? What is multiplier? What is liquidity trap? All generally questions is been coming from these units, and you'll be able to, uh, if you revise it correctly, although all this concept is being very much is being explained in detail. So don't worry, but only thing is you have to keep on revising the things. There are numerical examples also given in your study module. So keep practicing those numerical examples so that you can have a perfection on the chapter, because mostly questions from these units are numerical type only, although sometimes distinctions of particular concept or what are the characteristics of a particular concept is being asked in the examination. So what is MPC, what is MPS, MPC plus MPS is equal to what? So this type of simple formulas is been asked. What is autonomous consumption? What is multiplier? So generally focus on these concepts, which is already been explained in your study module. Now it again carries a 15% weightage. So this chapter is also very important. Now another unit is business cycle. What is the meaning of business cycle? What are the different phases of 4 phases of business cycle? What are the features? What are the causes behind the business cycle? All this is been explained. What is leading indicator? What is lagging indicator? What is concurrent indicators? Generally, these are already been explained. Sometimes examples of leading, lagging, and concurrent indicators is been asked in the examinations. So prepare from those. What are the internal causes? What are the external causes of a business cycle? These are all been explained in detail in your study module. Now next comes the public finance, which is again very important concept and very interesting also, where the fiscal functions, the overview of central and state finances is been explained. What is allocative function? What is distributive function? What is stabilization functions? What are the characteristics? What is market failure? What are how government intervene to correct the market failure? These types of what asymmetrical information. There are lot many concepts is been there in this unit, and generally sometimes questions in previous examinations, few functions are been there, and you have to write that under which head that particular function will be coming, whether it's in allocative function, whether it's a distributive function, or whether it is in stabilization functions. So when you are clear about Musgrave's this three theory, now definitely you will be able to answer that. So focus on that. Then important concept in public finance is failure, market failure. Now how government intervene to correct the market failure, these are being explained. Then another unit that is important is of budget making. What are the sources of revenue? What are the how expenditure is maintained? What is public debt? What is internal debt? What is external debt? Now, how management of public debt is being done. So generally, questions is been coming from these units, although sometimes few data is been asked in the examination. So although generally when we see the trends of the questions that has been appearing, generally focus on data interpretation is not much at the foundation level, although that is very important, particularly if you study advanced economics, because interpretation of data is very important, particularly in economics. Generally, if you go to do forecasting and other using of economic tools, this usage of data are very much there. But at the foundation level, interpretation of data is not there in your syllabus. So just basic understanding of the data is been there, because generally reason or logic behind the particular situation which had happened is not not been asked in the examination. But for basic understanding, you need to know the logic of the particular situation. Again, although in the very beginning that we had told the students that reading of newspaper, particularly in economics, helps, because whatever the concepts you are studying in this paper, generally concepts are appearing in the pink newspapers. So at least it gives you the feeling that whatever the concept that you have studying in the study module is helping you in understanding the particular situation. So that is helpful. But right now, focus on completing your syllabus, revising the syllabus, practicing as much questions as possible. Although many of the questions in our LBC classes also, we give you assignments. We had the query session. We had already conducted 2 mock test papers. So we had made you prepared enough to face your September 25 examination with a lot of conviction and courage. So don't bother about that. Although some students who have don't have scored very high in the mock test paper, they also don't have to be disheartened about, because that is just a test, because your final test is coming on 22nd of September. So ultimately, whatever the performances you have done in the past, doesn't matter what you do on 22nd in the examination hall, matters the most. Next is, again, in public finance, fiscal policy is again an important concept, which is all been deliberated in detail, because again, questions on basic understanding of fiscal policy is being asked in the examination. So from that perspective, you need to be prepared of that. Be prepared for any type of question that is been coming in the examination. Next is the money market. Again, this is again a very important concept, right? Like concept of demand for money, then various theories of money, demand for money, concept of money supply, monetary policy, the different indicators, M1, M2, M3, M4 calculation of what is broad money, what is narrow money, all are being explained in your module. And from this only the questions are being there coming in the examination. So you need to be cautious about that. Next is international trade. Theories of international trade including inter-industry trade by Krugman. There are different theories, Montel's theory, Ricardo theory. There are different theories which is there. which will be which are been explained in detail in the your course module, and definitely you need to be you have prepared that, and mostly questions is been coming from these units. Then trade negotiations, exchange rates, is economic effect, uh, uh, all is been explained in detail. What is FDI? What is FII? The detailed elaborations is been there. Although in classes also that is been conducted, the all the detail is been explained. So right now you must have gone through all these concepts. Then the last unit is Indian economy, which is again this is included in the news curriculum, which is launched in July 2023, where a basic understanding of Indian economy, uh, how the industrializations, the trends, how the new industrial policy has taken place, what is Niti Aayog, what are the functions of Niti Aayog, the different policy initiative taken by Niti Aayog. Generally, questions is being asked uh, uh, from these units. So these are the basic your whole syllabus from weightage wise. I had explained you in detail that how each chapter is important. Although due to paucity of time, you have missed some units. So you can skip that, but skip leaving any questions, any unit will is not good for from the examination point of view, because if you have a basic knowledge of a particular chapter, so definitely in while guessing also you have a edge about that. Now few students have joined. Now we have been joined by Assis Kedia. So Assis will be also sharing his thought on how to face these examinations, and few concepts if that has been still not clear to the student, that can be explained. So Assis, are you there? Assis?
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah, now audible.
Okay, sir.
So,
Just a
so,
minute, sir.
so
I am activating my video actually. I'm unable to.
okay,
I think the host has disabled it.
okay. No issue. So,
Yes. Now, sir, I'm visible, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
again, uh, although I had explained in detail that how to prepare for the examination, the different probable types of questions that is being asked in the examination, because today only I had received a phone call from a student who was asking about how to revise these concepts. So I had already explained that how to do about that, because generally sometimes some students still at the last moment are still not clear about the weightage and the types of questions. So for their understanding, we had already explained in detail. Although few student Akshit as is there. So Akshit, I ask your question if any.
Hello.
Yes, Akshit.
Sir, that central problems topic I have now, that chapter.
Explain
sir,
explain loudly.
Sir, that in unit 1 we have two topics. In that, the in economics part I have doubt. In economics, that socialism economy I have doubt. Part socialism economy. Three types of economy will be there. That socialist economy.
Understood, sir. Understood. So, sir, as I have, Nikhil, sir, you please confirm. I think he is asking in the three types of economy, the socialist economy is having trouble. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, that is the
Okay,
point.
okay. So, dear Akshit, I will clear that doubt. A very easy question you have asked, and I will answer it. As Akshit, you have already pointed out, dear, that there are three types of economies: capitalist, socialist, and mixed. In today's world, most of the economies are mixed. But if you talk to me strictly, if you talk to me about a strictly socialist economy, then let me tell you some features that it possesses. Number one, here, the resources are primarily owned and controlled by the government on behalf of the people. The resources are primarily owned and controlled by the government. So there is no freedom, you see, as such that, like, for example, I can say, this is my laptop, or I could say, this is my house. Here, in a socialist economy, you cannot say, this is my house, because everything belongs to the government. Government is allowing you a house to live in. So it is a property owned by the state, and state is allowing you to use such resources, though it comes with both its positivities and negativities. If I talk to you about some of the positives, the good point of socialist economy is that since government is owning and controlling most of the resources, it promotes equality of distribution of income and wealth. There is no impartiality as such, right? Government
Yes, sir.
ensures that resources are allocated in a sound way. What do I mean by this? Take our country, India, for example, right? We can see that today the richest of the rich in our country are having, property and houses above 15 crores, or in fact, 150 crores. And the, irony is that similarly, we have 20% population which is below poverty line. That is, they are unable to, you know, afford basic necessities like food, clothing, and shelter. So while people are owning houses worth rupees 150 crores and not even staying in it, we on the other side have 20% who are unable to afford basic food, clothing, and shelter. So you see a wide disparity is there. Government will not focus on such resources which promotes luxury. Government will first try to address the equality problem. That's the good point of out socialist economy. Who was the key propagator of socialist economy? Student. Before coming to that point, I will also like to tell you about one more thing, right? Though the answer is Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels had basically published a book. You go and study it. It's called the Communist Manifesto. ठीक है ना? In this book, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels support strongly socialist economy. So there is that. Now coming back to the demerit as such. If you talk about the demerit as such, let me tell you, the problem here is the lack of freedom. As a businessman, I don't have freedom to do what I want to or to produce what I want to. There is a lack of freedom both on the part of producer in terms of they cannot decide what to produce, and the consumer does not have a freedom to choose. You know why? Because primarily government is the only producer. So consumers don't have this freedom. There is no freedom of inheritance. You know why? Because you cannot own private property in such an economy. So it has both positives and negatives, much like any concept on the planet. So there it is. I think socialist economy is now clear.
Now,
Uh,
Akshit, you are appearing for the September examination.
yes, sir.
So still you are in the doubt in the first chapter. Keep completing the chapters, because right now you need to be on a mode that you have almost revised, in the revision mode, that you are revising all the concept which has been there.
Only two doubts I had. First doubt I asked socialist. Second is determinants of price elasticity. Two doubts only I had.
Price
Okay.
elasticity, what?
Determinants of price elasticity of demand. That topic.
Understood. Determinants of price elasticity, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Those topics are tough, so I didn't understand.
Okay.
Because
And Akshay,
again, Akshit, from examination point of view, elasticity is very important, and many questions are been coming in the examinations from these units. So clear your doubts so that you are able to answer the questions when in the examination hall, when the question is actually appearing for.
right, sir. So, Akshit, as far as price elasticity and its determinant is concerned, it's rather an easy area. See, my trick is very simple. I'm giving you a trick. Can quantity change a lot? Can quantity change a lot in respect to price? If your answer is yes, if quantity can change a lot and your answer is yet yes, then we call it elastic, a situation of elastic demand. But if your answer is that okay, demand might change, but not by much, so your answer is no, then your answer would be inelastic demand. Then your answer would be inelastic demand. If your answer is quantity won't change by much, then it is a scenario of inelastic demand that you are studying, dear. So I have answered this first. Now let me discuss few determinants to elaborate what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Number of competitors. Think of this point. Sir, are you saying something?
No, no.
Okay, no, a
Go ahead.
background voice was coming. Okay, so number of competitors. Now, Akshit, if you think carefully, see there is this product. Okay, now
Yes,
if
sir.
there are many competitors in the market. Now, if this producer increases the price, the producer knows that if they increase the price, the demand will fall with a drastic change. You know why? There is going to be a drastic fall in demand. You know why? Because there are very close competitors. So if you increase the price, the competitors are going to take advantage. So if your answer is that number of competitors are large, then you cannot change price much. So demand is said to be inelastic when there is a large, number of competitors in the market. But yes, and so no, since it is very easy for customers to shift, you say it is elastic. From the point of view of consumer, it is elastic because just as soon as the producer raises the price, the consumer will shift to other producer. So from the consumer's perspective, it is elastic. And in demand, we talk from consumer's perspective only. If the number of competitors are small, then the problem that the consumer will face is that even if the producer is raising the price, since the consumers don't have much option, let's say Indian Railways, even if the government increases the price, the people who travel by railways will not suddenly start taking aeroplanes and cars to travel. No, it won't happen because there is no close competition. So in such a scenario, when number of competitors are small or little, it is a scenario of inelastic demand because consumers don't have much option to shift demand. That is what I said now. If consumers have much option to shift demand, it is a case of elastic demand, high elastic demand. And if consumers don't have much option, then it is a case of low demand or low elasticity as we call it. Let me give you another determinant so that the point is more clear. Let me give you the example of amount of spendings on that commodity. Amount of spendings on that commodity. Let me give you, Akshit, two commodities that definitely you also purchase at your home. Okay. Number one would be you must be purchasing, for your day-to-day needs, day-to-day needs, maybe for the kitchen, you need matchbox, right? To do some kind of puja, you need matchbox, right? There is one thing. But also in your family, you spend a lot on your education, you spend a lot on your, let's say you spend a lot on your house. Okay, now if you decide to buy a house, it is a huge expenditure, amount of spendings are huge, so you will be rather more cautious, and so the elasticity will tend to be high. Okay, elasticity is high because
Mhm.
spending is huge. But see, when it comes to a matchbox, even if a price of matchbox increases from 5 rupees to 8 rupees, it will hardly matter to you, though in real terms it is a 60% rise because the amount of spending out of your total budget is negligible on a matchbox, and so elasticity will be low. So it will be a situation of inelastic demand. Did you understand, Akshit? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the shortcut is simple. What is the shortcut, sir? If the demand is going to change much by the consumer, it is elastic demand. If not, it is inelastic demand. Full stop.
Fine.
Okay, sir.
So best of luck for your exam. I think most of the doubts in every paper is been cleared to you. So prepare well, don't panic, and face the examination confidently. Okay. Preeti, Next is Preeti.
Yes, go ahead.
Preeti, are you there? Then
So,
Saubhagya.
sir, I want to ask that, sir, in the economic examination, we have a one and a half days gap. Sir, how to utilize this gap and revising more and more concept before the examination?
Nikhil sir, could you repeat the question, please?
Actually, he is asking about that how to revise more and more during the examination, during this period, basically. So,
Understood, sir.
Bhagya, you have completed your whole syllabus? So, Bhagya, are you getting a Saubhagya? Preeti has just written that she is not having any doubt. So, Saubhagya, now in this, I'll just tell you that revising definitely when the exam is approaching, definitely you cannot study in detail all the units at one time because you have 4 paper to complete. So chapter by chapter, if you revise one chapter on a daily basis in the next 10 days, you will be able to complete your syllabus. Now, definitely, what is the advantage of studying in advance is you have read that particular chapter several times. So definitely you have marked the important points. You have read that particular point. So just by seeing the chapter itself, uh, all the important concept is coming to your mind. Uh, just although we had Saransh, that is again a good addition for last time revisions. In the beginning also, I had told that in the study module, summary of each unit has been there. That is also sometimes very helpful. Akshit is asking about numerical questions.
Sir, but we discussed numericals in the first BOS for success session.
Yes,
So
yes.
so the thing is very simple, Akshit, that first of all, ICI material. I repeat, when you discuss or when you read ICI material, right? Any other book that you see on foundation is primarily from ICI material, right? So what I suggest you is in the back also institute had given good discussion and in example portion also they have given good numerical, right? So if you do that, I think now don't expect that the same numericals institute will give. That is not the right thing to expect. But yes, it will never be out of that. So if you have your concepts clear, which we have discussed again and again in the class, then I don't think numericals are going to be an issue. Chalo, in the worst case scenario also, let's move to the worst case scenario also, Akshit. In the worst case scenario also, how much marks they will give from the numericals? 4 marks, 5 marks? It's nothing. You
Actually,
can...
he is asking that can we do rough mark in the examination? Definitely, you will be giving some seat or at the end of the paper
No, Nikhil
itself.
sir, Nikhil sir, so sir, are they provided? Can they do it? Because this is a technical question which I will also not be able to,
Yeah. Definitely at the end, if you ask for any supplementary plain seat, so definitely they'll be giving you. That is,
Right, sir.
don't worry. Only thing is, you just focus on the study. Less logistics will be taken care of by the examination department. So don't
Right, sir.
worry on that part. So
Right, sir.
so Bhagya has asked about how to revise that. Then again,
Nikhil sir, can
Riddhi
I
is
take
there.
this? Nikhil sir, can I take this revision point?
Yes.
Okay. So students, as Nikhil sir has already highlighted, I was listening to sir's lecture as well. So sir has rightly pointed out, number one was Saransh. What a beautiful material. So organized in terms of charts and directly hammering on the key points. Number one. Number two, you see, after every chapter, institute has given in its material some summary notes, right? 2 pages, 4 pages, depending on the chapter size. That is a good thing. Number third source of revision is, you see, you should have made some, hand notes while attending our live classes. Number three. Number four is, while I had taught, I had in the assignment and the notes section in the BoS app uploaded some notes and assignments. So if you do all this forget about revision, your whole topic, whole subject will be revised. You don't even need to feel that you are doing some shortcut tricks. Everything will be completed. I am 100% sure. Nikhil sir, am I right?
Yes, yes. And that is what from the very beginning, from the first chapter when we started this LVC classes, we are from the very beginning we are being talking about this and the different types of probable questions that is been coming in the assignment. Also, we are focusing on that these are the probable questions. Although questions what is been coming in the examination is not for us to tell you, but definitely. On the patterns which has been generally asked in the examination, definitely most of the pattern is being explained in the our classes also and in the doubt sessions also. So don't worry on that part. For rough work, definitely you'll be providing seat there. You can do that. So next is Bindia. Riddhi. Riddhi, are you there? No. I think. Okay, Bindia also had written that no doubt. Okay, fine. Then Riddhi. Riddhi, you have any doubt? I think Assis, most of the students have studied well during our live virtual classes also, and in between we had although discussed about in detail that the probable questions, and Riddhi also is writing that no doubt. So this time we are hoping that most of the students will be doing very well in economics. Because
100%, sir. Like every time, I think it will be the best paper for the students.
Yes, so that is why we are asking doubt. So they are writing that all doubts are clear. Akshit also, we had all the doubts of Akshit is clear. So any student who is left out, kindly raise their hand. So Ashish, in brief, just your final thoughts on this coming examination. So we can
Right, sir.
conclude.
Right, sir. So students, in the end, I would like to only conclude, by saying that don't panic. You are giving CA foundation exam. This must be for most of you the first professional examination that you are appearing for. Don't panic. It is rather a easy examination. The only thing that should be correct on your part would be the revision. Yes, you have time, right? You have time. Just focus on the key areas, the notes, and these 4 points that I have highlighted. Don't think of this. Yes, we should not do selective studying. Avoid selective studying. Complete everything. But in the main examination, if 4 or 5 questions appear which you are unable to solve, then don't think that your career is gone or that attempt is gone. No, it does not happen that way. It does not happen that way. Even when Virat Kohli is batting, he is leaving 20 balls, 25 balls, but he is scoring in the rest. So if one of the best batsmen in the world can leave 20, 25 balls, then we can definitely afford to miss 4 to 5 questions and do great in the remaining part of the paper, right? So don't panic would be my message. Don't think that you're appearing for some very big examination. Keep your calm. whenever panic strikes or whenever some kind of anxiety strikes, just start studying, just start revising, because that is the best medicine for any kind of, anxiety. Action. When you take action on the subject of your anxiety, anxiety will naturally reduce, right? So that is my only suggestion. And doubts, I am sure there are none. You all will do well. Good luck, everybody. Good luck from my side.
Yeah. So that is why even I had also told them that revising the whole concept is important. Although the students who are here, mostly all the doubts of their we had already clear. All the doubts are clear, and they're writing that doubts are clear. So only thing is focus, relax, and whatever your course module is there, try to complete that. Don't be selective, what Assis has said. Although the different probable types of questions that will be asked in the examination, we had discussed about that. Focus on the formulas, focus on the numericals, which has been appearing in the there in the study module. Although the same numerical won't be coming, but generally uh, types you can very much imagine that these are the probable types of questions that will be coming. Although you have seen your last previous 2 3 attempts paper also, so definitely you have analyzed the paper. So what type of questions were, whether some direct questions, some interpretations of concepts are there, some numerical questions is definitely will be there. So definitely a mixture of all that. So and what initially in the beginning also I had told that even you missed 5 questions or don't panic. Even you do well in the rest 95 questions, uh, nobody can stop you from clearing the paper if you are confident enough in the next 95 questions. So managing your time well in the examination, for being focused in the examination, and whatever you have studied, be confident on that. Because if doubts, if you keep doubting yourself that you don't know these things or that thing, then again in the last 15 20 days it create a panic syndrome. So don't do that, don't overthink. Only thing is study patiently, study, give enough time for the preparation, that again 15 16 17 days whatever is been left, so that you'll be able to focus to in completing all the syllabus. I think most of the student don't have any doubt. So that's all from our side, and hope that the student in the September 25 examinations will be clearing this paper, will be solving this paper, and definitely clearing the foundation exam as well. So all the best from our side, all the best from me, and Assis already had given you best of luck. So thanks all for attending this session. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you, sir.
Tech support kindly conclude. Tech support, you can leave that.